Is it just me or Jack Harlow almost vanished? Jack Harlow, a name that not too long ago was on everyone's lips, from chart-topping singles to Hollywood cameos. He was poised to be the next thing. I really thought he would have, but now the buzz is quieted. The fans are not as loud. The question is, what happened to Mr. Jackman? If you listen close enough, I might can explain. Let's rewind. Jack Harlow first caught mainstream attention, obviously, with What's Poppin' in 2020. A viral hit that had bars, charisma, and just enough novelty to stand out. The remix featuring Lil Wayne, DaBaby, and Tory Lanez pushed him into the superstar category. He had the image, clean cut but edgy, marketable, white rapper with swagger who didn't seem to be trying too hard to fit in. He was a perfect storm, ladies and gentlemen. The balance worked. Labels loved him, brands loved him, the public loved him. He was everywhere, performing at award shows, sitting courtside, doing interviews that made him look charming and laid back.
Yeah. To me, best case scenario is you can have all that and love.
Are you trying to? What are you doing here?
I like it.
I know y'all would like it. You know what I'm saying? That's player shit that he just threw on y'all. Yeah, and y'all didn't even recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Did you see when he told the reporter, "I love you," and she said the shit back, mesmerized? Did you remember that?
I started sweating too. But,
yeah, so
I live for the moment Jack Harlow tells me he loves me too.
Yeah,
it could happen today.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? But do you think?
Why is my heart pounding?
So why don't you go home to your husband?
Sorry.
Why don't you do that? Make your heart palpitate for your husband.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know how to spell palpitate, but I say
day.
that shit though.
When Jack Harlow was really on the rise, he wasn't one of the coolest, smoothest dudes you've seen in a very long time. He would be lying and came the debut album. That's what they all say. It wasn't a classic, but it showed promise. He had clever wordplay, decent storytelling, and a clear sense of identity. He seemed that he knew who he was and what he was doing here. He wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Then came Come Home, The Kids Miss You in 2022. And this is where things started to shift a little bit. Despite a massive hit with First Class, I hated that song. Let me know how you felt about it in the comments section. The album was widely criticized though. Fans and critics called it shallow, uninspired, and overproduced. It felt like Jack had traded his authenticity for aesthetics, which is 100% true. Come Home, The Kids Miss You literally felt like, hey, let's make an album that just looked really good and it's produced so well. It just lacks substance. And I get it. People should want to, make the album do well on paper. But sometimes what does well on paper does not do well in reality, ladies and gentlemen. It just felt fake to me, bro. It seemed like the days of Jack Harlow with the clever, hungry bar were gone. Instead, we got repetitive flows, weak punchlines, and songs that sounded like they were made for TikTok first, which sucks. I hate when any artists do that. It makes me so upset. Make music for the consumer, not an app. Please. Please. And while First Class was a streaming giant, so much great numbers on that song, it lacked so much substance. It sounded good on the surface, but didn't mean anything. It was catchy, but empty. It was kind of like a song you hear in the mall. You hear it and you're walking through and you're like, okay, this sounds pretty cool, but you don't really listen to the words or anything like that. It was a good song for that. That's when the question started to come, is Jack Harlow really made to last in this industry as a rapper? And then comes another problem with Jack Harlow, overexposure.
I know that's not no spicy chicken sandwich.
Yes, it is.
You put mac and cheese on that too? Secret recipe fries?
That's right.
Oh, that's some ranch.
We should just make this my meal.
Jack was everywhere, man. Commercials, fashion collabs, red carpets, movie sets, even a starring role in the White Man Can't Jump reboot. They were pushing this man on us like crazy. It sucks because, yeah, we liked him at first, and then they saw we liked him, and then they just kept pushing him. And that's great for Jack. But as a consumer, you see a face too many times, it starts to feel like advertisement, and it starts to feel ingenuine or disgenuine or not genuine. However you say that word. Instead of building musical depth, he was building a brand. And while that may work in the short term, it disconnected him from the very thing that got him here. The music. Sona once seemed as charismatic, started to come off as performative. The cool guy act wore thin. And when the music didn't back it up, fans started to look elsewhere. I don't know about these other genres, but hip hop specifically is something that thrives on evolution and authenticity. Artists who survive, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Tylers, they grow with their audience. They take risk. They say something. Jack's music career, however, felt stuck in one place. It was surface level lyrics, no clear growth, no vulnerability. And in a post-Drake world, audiences are craving depth from artists, not just aesthetics, not stuff that just look good. In 2023, Jack dropped Jackman, a surprise album that many thought would be his comeback moment. And to his credit, it was more introspective, it was stripped down, and lyrically more focused than anything he'd ever dropped before. But by then, it almost felt too late. The momentum was gone, and worse, the release had zero promo, no singles, no interviews, no real narrative, just music quietly dropped into the void. Some praised it for sure, but most casual fans didn't even know it existed. It was the right move at the wrong time. It's kind of like he heard the criticism from Come Home, The Kids Miss You, that album. It was like, oh my gosh, so overproduced, and it was in everybody's faces, and yada, yada, yada. So he dropped Jackman with no interview, no press, no nothing. I think what he needs to do is find a good middle ground, because he kind of doing the extreme of both. Find a good middle ground that don't seem super fake or just super quiet. And I think maybe with his next album, he might find that. Now look, Jack Harlow isn't canceled. I personally don't think he's done. I think he got a lot more in the tank. He got a lot of potential. But he is in that awkward space where the public isn't watching quite as closely anymore. And that might be a good thing for him. If he wants to stay relevant, it's going to take more than just charm and catchy hooks. He needs to find his voice again. Give people a reason to care about more than just and make people see that you're not just a fake Drake. You're the first Jack Harlow. The aesthetics, they're cool. That's great. You seem like a cool guy. But at the end of the day, in music, cool fades, but the substance always sticks. So drop some heat, Jack. I need some new heat, bro. The fall coming, bro. We need some heat. Drop some heat. Make people forget about all this. I might take down this video. I'm definitely not going to take down this video. But drop some heat. Make the world forget about all the doubts they had about you. I'm back stronger than ever. This is not a hate video. Let me know what you think. Is Jack Harlow's career really on the decline, or is it just a temporary dip before a big comeback? Your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate you made it this far into the video. If you made it this far into the video, tell me your worst job. Go by Rager University, and I will see you in whatever I upload next. Peace.